This is what I like about sedum. The bees just love it. And this isn't even fully in bloom yet. See? Little bees everywhere. Sorry, I'll leave you alone now. Good girl. Yeah, Purple Queen update. Doing pretty good. Not so sure they're bush though. I'm not quite sure how big bush are supposed to be, but they are getting long tendrils on them, so. But looks like they're starting to get little flower pods, so that should be good. And picked a couple of cucumbers, nice ones. And that's my squash. It's about the size of a child's head. It's the only one that's still survived. And tomatoes are doing good. It's nice and cool out here so far. Absolutely pooped. So Gerald got his saw, as you saw previously. I didn't record any voiceover because it's just too loud. So he's taken out the old beds. We've butted up the backs onto here. And then we'll backfill inside and fix the net so it closes this right up, Funicello. And then this will have a 1 foot narrow bed from one side here all the way across to that side there, down there. And that's where all the beans will go. There'll be a huge trellis that goes across this whole back wall. And that's today's job done. Oh, this is what happens when you're moving things. Everything becomes a staging area. So these are garbage cans full of dirt that I've moved that I need to put back once the beds are put in. There's the wood for the other piece of that bed that's going in. And yeah, so it's just one big nightmare. Right, just got to get some more wood and fix that into place, and then that's the bean bed. Okay, there's bed number 2, so that's as wide as it is, so it's about 2 of my feet. And then this all has to be pulled out and put some bark mulch down. And should have put it closer to the fence, but we figured we'd leave it where the other one was. And then this will all have a trellis along the whole thing, and we'll have beans in it. And speaking of beans, the beans are doing quite well. They're starting to wrap around each other, and hopefully we'll get a harvest from them. So yeah, so this is nice. I can walk through here now without having to trip over all the beds. We just got to fix the hosing system. Afternoon. It is September 3rd. They said it's 20 degrees outside. I think they miscalculated on that. It feels more like 29, but that's okay. It's not 40, which has been the last couple of nights for, well, not 40, it just feels like 40. So got a few more seeds to get. I've got to get them put away. They're all really nice and dry here. I've taken down all the tomatoes inside, and those are just the Asian greens and spinach, and they stay in here all winter, and hopefully we'll get a harvest from them. I've got more marigolds than I can shake a stick at for next year, so I probably won't be saving any, but I'll just throw them all at the back in the compost, not in my compost, and that way if they want to self-seed, they can, and if the critters want to eat them, they can do that too. But there's the last of the tomatoes inside here. Ooh, it's quite warm. Okay, so there's the new bean bed, and it's going to have a trellis along that whole fence. I know I've probably said that a million times. And then I just threw some, it's quite muddy, so I just threw some cloth down, and we'll put bark mulch on top of this. And then I'll leave some flowers in here, and probably some flowers at the front, miniature marigolds or dwarf marigolds, and then beans all along the whole wall. They like this wall. Okay, today's harvest. Bunch of tomatoes. I'll find the names after. Harvested all the rest of the beans, some sprouts, the last of the kalettes, and the last of the 2 corns. And it's bed ripping time. That's all the Brussels sprouts. I mean, look at this. They're just the weirdest things. They've blown. We've pulled off as many as we could to eat, but they're like rubber. So, not doing that. Not eating those. Good morning. It's Monday, holiday here in Canada and the US, I'm assuming. It is cool out, cloudy and sunny and cloudy and sunny, but it's good because it's nice time to work outside. But I was at the garden center and they had tulips on, and a new bed required new flowers, so here we are. Couldn't help myself. They're just such gorgeous colors. Okay, I won't lie to you. I cheated. I went to the garden center and bought some broccolis and some Savoy cabbages because my starters are being eaten like crazy. So I'm hedging my bets. That's what that is. So my poor sunflower's like falling. It's got so many heads on it that haven't opened yet, but it's huge and I can't keep it propped up anymore, so we're gonna have to take it down before it falls on my garden. That's so sad. Okay, tip 2. Tip, even with a bit of a curve, 14 feet 8 inches. That's the longest one. We had to take them down because you can see the curve in them. They were falling right on top of my greenhouse. Okay, no progress on the path, obviously, because we're gonna get bark mulch brought in or go pick it up in the truck. But I did get the water system put back in. So dropped it back down there and it tees into there, and then it tees underneath this bed and comes back out here to feed this again, because otherwise I had it all going across the path and that was kind of useless. So it just plugs in at that side there. Update on the beans, doing really good. Not got any flowers per se yet, but they're coming. So all good. It's hot again today, so I'm going in the house. Oh, September 7th already. It's cooling down at night, so what I've done is pruned all the peppers to within an inch of their life, just waiting for them to color up. I wasn't hugely impressed with my peppers. I'm totally impressed with this sweet chili, but they've all got to turn red before you can harvest them. So I put them inside, cleaned out all the old marigolds. That's all done. Put some dirt in the beds, cleared up the beds. Last harvest of the cucumbers and a couple of beans, and then moved everything around a bit. So I've got some room to work. I've got some painting to do. Other than that, that's about it today. It's warming up already, but it is cooler at night. That's why the peppers are going inside. Can you tell what I've been doing? Yes, painting. So we're getting the first coat started on the beam trellis that's going to go on that back wall. And there's some other pieces. That one there needs painting, and then these 3 here. This 3 here will get painted, and then they're going to alternate and make a nice beam wall. And that's the other section, so they'll all need another coat, but we're getting there. Today's job, bark mulch delivery or pickup. We went and got it, and that's got to go in topping up the new paths. Okay, I'll check how long that took me, but it's empty. And they're felling trees behind the house, so those great big huge things, they're all dead. So I'm gonna go in, stay out of the way. Morning, September the 9th. It's cool, but it'll get warmer because the sun will burn off those clouds. But I just wanted to give you an update. So this is 2/3 of the beam trellis done. So I've got another one of these. I'm just waiting for the paint to dry, and then another one of these, and then this will all come across here, and that's where all our beans will go next year. Well, that and the arch that's getting put up. But I'm finding flat walls or arches much easier to harvest beans from. I'll probably post today because it's been a while since I've put anything up, but there's not been a lot going on other than labor. Good morning. Saturday, September the 10th. And I got to clear out another bed, so there's not a lot of tomatoes left. A couple of Brad's Atomic, very few cherry, and some blah blahs down there. Black Prince, I think they are. So I'm going to clear all this out and put some beets, whether they'll grow or not, I don't know. Put some mixed beets along the front here, because this is going to be mainly beans next year. And I might put my garlic from Colleen and Jason at Clive's Conundrum Garden. Put that in this section right there where the box is right now, and hopefully we'll get a nice harvest of garlic next year. So onward and upward. It's getting warm already. Okay, one bed clear and emptied. So we're just going to put some beets in here. Like I said, it's 12 o'clock and it's 24 degrees and it feels like it's about 30, so I might just get this done and then go in for some lunch. But got my patented stick here. You know, just going to run that along, make a little hole for our beets, and then we're going to multi-sow them. I'm trying to do this with one hand, so it's probably not going to work too hot, especially since I can't get the bean package or the beet package open. I'll use my teeth. My mother would have a fit. Stop messing with things with your teeth. Yeah, anyway, so we'll do a sprinkle of a couple of beets. I'm not worried if they multi-sow together. We'll pick them all. It's probably way too many in one spot, but that's okay. We multi-sow them anyway, so I guess I can multi-sow them this way as well. Most of them will probably just be used for beet leaves and salads anyway, but so that's those, and I'll get some water and water them in, and then I'll go have some lunch. Okay, done. Sorry, shadow. It's okay. 3 sticks, 2 sticks, 3 rows, 2 rows of mixed beets. We'll see. What have I got to lose? $1 worth of mixed beet seeds.